everyone. In this video, I will be running you through the steps involved in registering for the CASPer test, followed by the steps to be fulfilled before test day, reporting your test results, and interpretation of the same. To begin with, do note that the test organizers, AltSuite, have rebranded themselves as Acuity Insights. You would have to head to their website in order to register for the CASPer. As soon as you open the website, you will have two options available, namely CASPer and Duet. You would have to choose CASPer and browse the page in order to understand what the exam entails. Once you are done, you can view the schedules of each school requiring the CASPer. Once you select dates and fees, scroll to the bottom of the page and select Browse Test Dates and Times. If you're applying to advanced standing programs or programs for internationally trained dentists in the United States, you'd have to choose United States. Next, you need to choose your program of interest, which is dentistry. As you scroll to the bottom, you will be able to see the test code, followed by a list of schools offering the programs of interest requiring the CASPer test as a preliminary requisite or a secondary requisite. For those applying to advanced standing programs, you may find familiar universities requiring the CASPer here, namely Indiana University, UCLA, Temple University, and University of Colorado. Indiana, UCLA, and University of Colorado require CASPer as the preliminary requisites for application, whereas Temple University only requires CASPer if you have received an interview invite from the school. You can select any school in order to view the available test slots or test dates. As you can see, there are a few more slots available for Temple University. However, this applies to both traditional DDS and advanced standing programs, so pay attention to this point mentioned here and make sure that you take the test well within the deadline provided. Once you have taken a look at the available slots and decided what suits you best, you can scroll to the bottom and reserve your test. Fee to take the test is $60 inclusive of distribution to one program of choice. For example, if I want to distribute my test report or test result to Temple University and none other, then I do not have to pay an additional fee. However, if I also want to distribute my test report to University of Colorado, then I would have to pay an additional fee of $16. Acuity Insights does offer a provision to reschedule the test. It can be done within 30 days or well before 30 days. However, if you are rescheduling your exam within 30 days, you are subject to a rescheduling fee of $20. If you reschedule well beforehand, then you can do it at no cost. Once you select Reserve Your Test, you will be able to log into a pre-existing account. As in this case, I have already logged into my account. Or if you do not have an account, that is an opportunity to sign up. The process is straightforward. However, make sure that you have your identification ready in the form of a photograph or a soft copy. You will be asked to upload the same for ID verification in addition to a real-time photo of yourself. You can use any government-issued ID for this purpose. So once you are done with your test reservation, this is how your dashboard looks as soon as you log in. Select Go to CASPer. So there might be a slight difference between my dashboard and yours before you take the test. Since I've already completed my test, my status has been marked complete and the results have also been delivered. However, in your case, you will have a countdown to test date over here. Next, you have a set of practice tests here. As you can see, there are different practice tests for each cycle. This is because there has been a continuous change in the test pattern over the years. So if you want to simulate the test that you will be taking up this year, then you can go ahead with the 2023-24 cycle practice test. But you can also try the other tests if you want additional questions to test yourself. At the bottom, you have a tab for systems requirement check. I will come back to this later. Firstly, you would want to check the checklist to prepare for CASPer. You have already made a test reservation. Next, you have a link for CASPer preparation tips. Thirdly, you have a link that helps you complete the systems requirement check. Basically ensures that your camera or webcam, microphone are in order and they are completely functional. Next, it also helps ensure that you are using a supported browser. Do note that Chrome and Firefox are the only supported browsers, and this test cannot be taken elsewhere on a tablet or a mobile phone. You would have to use a desktop or a laptop in order to complete the same. And Chrome and Firefox are the only supported browsers. Therefore, for a hassle-free test experience, make sure that you get one of these browsers. Next, you have a link to the CASPer practice tests, which we already discussed. Make sure that you complete the systems requirement check within 6 hours of the test start time in the same environment as the test. This way, you do not face any unforeseen changes in network reception. It is always better to have a wired internet connection rather than a wireless one for stable internet and ample speed as well. There are some requisites which have been put up on Acuity Insight's website when it comes to upload speed, download speed, and the general bandwidth that is required in order to proceed with the test. Do make sure that you comply with them. So once you click that link, you will be able to start systems check. Here we go. We have a list of requirements to fulfill. Make sure that you fulfill everything before test day and probably 15 minutes before the test as well to make sure that there are no last minute changes in your internet speed. Now I'm going to head back to my assessments. So now that I have run you through the steps involved in registration and the steps to be fulfilled before the day of the test, I will show you how you can add a recipient in order to send your CASPer reports to a new school. So once you select reservations, you will be able to see a summary of the test date, test information, and the status of the test. You'll also be able to view the results. I will be going into that shortly. You would have to click the view/add link over here. Once you do, you will be able to see the programs that have already received or the schools that are receiving the test score. In this case, UCLA happens to be a recipient, but I also want to share my test score with Temple University or Colorado. You can select anything that you want to. The program has already been selected during registration. Once you do, you can select next and you can select the schools of choice. I'm going to select Temple University and University of Colorado. The Caapid number has already been mentioned here because I registered using the same. Next, you have a summary of your reservation, you need not check this box. It may not be relevant to you. So next, I will be prompted to pay $32 in order to share my test report to the schools that I have chosen. I will not be delving into further details here because the steps henceforth are straightforward. Once you complete your payment, you will receive a confirmation here as well as a confirmation email in the registered email address. Now I will be heading back to the home page in order to show you how your CASPer results look. Acuity Insights does not share the raw score with the test taker or the applicant. However, the raw score is merely shared with the schools which were chosen by the applicant. The applicant will receive a quartile score. And this is how it appears. It'll state that your CASPer score falls within a particular quartile. As you can see, the percentiles have been split into 4 or quartiles. And if a candidate scores in the 75th to 100th percentile or the 4th quartile, this means that they constitute the top 25% of the test takers. If they score between the 50th and 75th percentile, that means they constitute the top 50%, and so on. So this is a donut chart, and if you have scored in the 4th quartile, you'll see that all 4 parts have been shaded. If you scored in the 3rd quartile, only 3 will be shaded, and so on. And you have some links to frequently asked questions here if you want to learn more about CASPer test score interpretation. That is all. I wish you best of luck, and I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you.